What's up, guys? We got Spring Change with Season 5, Episode 6, The Halloween Scene. Okay, so this episode starts off with Sabrina at, her college dorm room, and she's like, she's finished carving a pumpkin when, 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 Roxy and, what was his name? Miles comes in. I almost forgot his name. Miles comes in, and she's like, "Hey, you want to carve pumpkin with me, Roxy?" And Roxy's like, "She doesn't come pumpkins since she was 5." And then Miles says he doesn't want to do it because he doesn't believe in Halloween. And and she's like, dude, you you listen to aliens. He's like, I don't listen to them. I contact them. And Halloween is a bogus holiday. And yeah, that man invented. So anyway, yeah. So then the pumpkin comes alive and talks back to Sabrina. So Sabrina turns him into a pumpkin pie, and she's like, you guys better know that what you guys know if talk back. So anyway, after the intro, we see Sabrina going into Hilda and Zelda's house. Since, she no longer lives there, so I'm gonna go to Hilda and Zelda's house. And she's like, can I spend holiday with you guys since both since her roommate and her other roommate since Roxy and Miles do not like Halloween. Oh, sorry, do not like Halloween. And she's like, and they're like, sorry, Sabrina, we're going to a galaxy party, and and yeah, yeah, where this galaxy party is where their costumes are actual galaxies. So yeah, so so, so Sabrina's like, hey, why don't you throw a party? And Sabrina's like, Hilda and Zelda would never go for that. And he's like, they're going out. They didn't have to know. And she's like, it'd be breaking the rules. But okay, I'll do it. And she goes to the other round party planning committee, and she's able to get Frankenstein. Yeah. So so she so she invites Roxy and Miles and a bunch of other people over, and yeah, and Hilda and Zelda are like, why are you trying to rush us? And they go to the party, and the party's absolutely bored compared to Sabrina's rockin' party, and she basically turns Sabrina's costume this season is Bo Peep, and Salem is her little lamb, and yeah, so yeah, so then one of the monsters at the party is like, hey bro, I'm not gonna do it. She's like, hey dude, this party's lit. Brings the other monsters over, and Sabrina basically turns herself, makes her party into a real monster mash. Let's do the mash. It's a haunted slash. Let's do the mash. It's on a monster mash. Okay. Sorry, that I was doing. Well, anyway, she basically turns her party into a real monster mash, and Roxy basically falls for Frankenstein. So 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 the guy at the party is like, hey, we're gonna go to a better party than this one, which is basically Sabrina's party. And Hilda and Zelda are like, what party could be better than ours? And they're like, it's held by Sabrina. And they're like, oh, Sabrina, you did it again. And yeah, so they get mad at her, and they're like, you really went to the other room planning committee. And she's like, yeah, I did. And yeah, and then Roxy's fell in love with Frankenstein. So they bring all the monsters back except for Frankenstein, because Frankenstein falls in love with Roxy. So so yeah, falls in love with Roxy. And Sabrina has to get him back, but they enter they have a fight with he had a fight with the bride of Frankenstein, and and they basically and Zelda does a spell that makes them talk. So they're able to make up, And yeah, and Sabrina's like, Roxy, and they're like, we're gonna have to explain this to Roxy, and she's like, he's married, and yeah, and then Miles comes in saying, hey, I got a foot of a monster that appeared earlier, and yeah, so this episode was really weird. I think in another Halloween episode, the mixing the the subtitles for this episode, the synopsis for this episode got in like a season 2 in the Goodwill Haunting, because it said Sabrina. Because in that synopsis, it said Sabrina hangs out with Frankenstein the Mummy, and that's basically this episode. She hangs out with Frankenstein the Mummy. So I think on Paramount Plus they switched out the synopsis says, and didn't even realize it until it was too late. Until I realized this. Or I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm just a reviewer on YouTube. What am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know this? Yeah, I'm just a reviewer on YouTube. How am I supposed to know the switching of airing orders? I mean, the switching of synopsises. I just think that's just a theory. A Paramount Plus theory. Get it? Game theory? Paramount Plus theory? And was that a good joke? Please tell me it was. I was trying to make a joke, and I don't know if it landed or if it hit. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. This episode was really good. It was a good Halloween episode. So anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys. I'll see you for another Sabrina Teenage Witch episode. I'll see you for another Sabrina Teenage Witch episode.